talk about how to prepare for this sew along, what pattern pieces you're going to need to do and all that sort of stuff. Now, a huge question that I've gotten over the years of being on this YouTube sewing thing is do I pre-wash my fabric? And it is such a loaded question, and I should do an entire video on it because I'm not going to be able to go into the ins and outs of it. And everyone's going to tell you you should do this or that or whatever, but it's kind of sewing, so you do you. For the most part, with cotton batises, I will pre-wash them. I know there's a number of people who won't, and they have, you know, good luck, and it's not a problem. I think the kind of where it ends is that, you know, pre-washing is better safe than sorry route. So I generally just pre-wash mine, and I did pre-wash mine in this case. I did not pre-wash the organza though, the silk organza. So we're going to leave that question in that little bit of a summary there. Now next, as far as cutting out your pattern pieces, you're going to need to have an oversized rectangle if you're doing all of the hem stitching and cording. Basically, if you're doing any embellishments on that bodice, what I recommend, whether that's a bodice or a sleeve or whatever, I recommend if you're doing any sort of embellishments, do the embellishments first on an oversized piece of fabric and then cut out your pattern piece. A number of reasons for that, but it just makes it go better, and it's neater and all that stuff. So oversized rectangle for the bodice front if you're doing all the embellishments. Then you're going to have a bodice front lining that will just be by the pattern piece. It won't be oversized. And then you're going to have two bodice backs. And these bodice backs, if you've seen my videos before, I'm doing that lovely ring thing, and I'll explain that in the next video, or in 2 videos from now. I'll explain it. But you're going to have 2 bodice backs, and the bodice back will fold on itself, and half of it will become, you'll see it from the outside of the garment as it's being worn, and half of it will be the lining. It's lovely. Then you're going to need to have a bubble front and a bubble back, and 2 sleeves and 4 collars if you want to do the collars. Of course, you're going to need to have, like I said in the last video, you're going to need to have whatever closures for your back, whether that's buttons, snaps, or a combination. I used to just do buttons with buttonholes, but since having kids and actually dressing, especially when they're itty bitty, I really prefer to have snaps just for the logistics of it. So what I'll do is I'll do a combination of the 2. I'll have the snaps for the actual physical closure, and then if I want the look of a button, I'll just sew a button right on top of the outside of the garment. Kind of a combination of the 2 is what I call it, you know. And then closures for the crotch, as I mentioned earlier, I like to use snaps that are snaps. And I have a download for y'all for these diamonds that I have. I was planning on doing the Chanel, that flower, it starts with a C, C-A-M something or other. But then it was a little bit too big for the space that I had, and I didn't want to make the flower any smaller. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to execute it nicely. So instead I did some diamonds, and I will go into that in the next video. But if you want to do those diamonds, I have a printout for you. It's free from my website, and you can go on there and print it out. If you don't want to do the diamonds, but you still want to do the embellishment, then think of another shape, whether that's a heart or, what's another shape? My mind just went blank. But just think of something else that you want to do, and have it ready for the next video. And if you have any comments, put them down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope to catch y'all next time.